Are you looking to unlock your peak performance? Ever wondered how to harness your brain's potential for maximum productivity? What if you could understand the science behind optimal focus and cognitive abilities? Do you struggle with managing distractions and maintaining energy throughout the day? Have you ever wanted to know how to structure your day for peak productivity? If these questions resonate with you, then 2 Awesome Hours by Dr. Josh Davis is the book you've been searching for. 2 Awesome Hours is a book written by Dr. Josh Davis, a neuroscientist and expert on human performance. The book delves into the science of peak performance and productivity, aiming to help individuals make the most of their work and personal lives. Dr. Davis explores the concept of 2 Awesome Hours, which refers to the idea that by understanding how our brains work at their best, we can leverage that knowledge to enhance our productivity and focus. The book offers practical strategies for managing energy, improving focus, and maximizing cognitive abilities. It provides insights into how to structure the day for optimal productivity, manage distractions, and make the most of our mental resources. Dr. Davis combines neuroscience research with real-world examples and actionable advice, making the book a valuable resource for anyone seeking to improve their performance and achieve more in their daily lives. In this book, Josh Davis outlines 5 strategies in the book to enhance physical efficiency, one seemingly insignificant yet crucial strategy. Firstly, taking a brief pause after completing each task to contemplate the next course of action. This is the significance of pause points. You might wonder, what's so special about that? Isn't it normal to take a short break after completing a task? However, this subtle difference precisely distinguishes ordinary individuals from experts. Our lives are governed by various routines. From waking up and getting ready in the morning to working at the office, everything seems to follow predetermined procedures. We are busy dealing with a barrage of tasks, only to find at the end of the day that those important yet not urgent matters, such as reconnecting with long-lost friends, improving long-term skills, and learning new knowledge, have been pushed aside. Yet, these are the keys to achieving sustained life transformations. Experts share a common characteristic: conscious control over their actions. Take billiards. For example, experts take a moment to crouch down and aim before every shot. If they don't feel right, they pause to adjust. In contrast, ordinary individuals often shoot immediately after crouching down, without pausing and thinking, which is essentially the difference between inefficient repetition and deliberate practice. The core of deliberate practice lies in consciously controlling every movement, pausing after each action to reflect and adjust, thereby achieving effective improvement. In career planning, many people rush to find the next job after leaving a company, appearing diligent but possibly only repeating the same job content and skill requirements. Experienced individuals, however, suggest giving oneself some time to reflect and plan the next course of action. This may seem like a waste of time, but it actually saves much more time than blindly moving on to the next job. Similarly, in our lives, we spend most of our time unconsciously performing habitual actions. How to break free from these automatic patterns? After completing a new task, instead of immediately moving on to the next one, take a moment to pause, have a drink of water, take a rest, and contemplate the next step. Making a conscious choice about the next action usually saves more time, thus achieving efficient time management. The second point is managing mental energy. We all know that physical energy fluctuates. For instance, after climbing to the 20th floor, you may feel too tired to move, needing some time to recover. Mental energy operates similarly. However, mental exhaustion is not as apparent as physical exhaustion and is not easily perceived. When you're physically exhausted, you sweat, your heart rate accelerates, and your limbs feel weak. These are obvious sensations. However, when mental energy is depleted to a certain extent, the signs are not as clear: delayed reactions, lack of concentration, inability to engage in deep thinking. Without keen awareness, it's not easy to notice. Hence, most people don't pay much attention to it, assuming that their minds can always remain equally agile. In reality, mental agility also fluctuates over time. Mornings, when you wake up, are when you're most energetic, with the brain's activity at its peak, sustaining about 2.5 hours of vitality. Afterward, it becomes more challenging to concentrate. After lunch, blood flows to the stomach to digest food, and the brain may feel drowsy due to lack of oxygen. If you can take a short nap of about 10 or 20 minutes, your energy will be restored, maintaining vitality for another 2.5 hours. Additionally, mental energy fluctuations are also related to the difficulty of the tasks at hand. After completing a mentally taxing project, diving into another task requiring more attention and creativity, such as writing, may feel extremely challenging. Because the more attention-demanding the work, the more mental energy it consumes. Managing mental energy means choosing tasks of corresponding difficulty based on the state of your brain. When your energy is high in the morning, prioritize handling difficult and mentally challenging tasks, then proceed to simpler repetitive tasks. However, many people, upon arriving at the office in the morning, spend some time browsing social media, reading news, checking and replying to emails, and so on. By the time they start working, they've already depleted 1/3 of their energy. While this might not seem like a significant difference, the depletion of mental energy is continuous. Some individuals pay great attention to managing this depletion. For example, a friend of mine consciously prepares the night before an important meeting. They lay out their clothes and breakfast, avoid looking at their phone as much as possible, focus on contemplating the meeting content, and simulate scenarios. The result is often a very good state the next day, leaving a confident and energetic impression. These subtle techniques of managing mental energy are key to the success of intelligent individuals. In fact, these critical moments don't need to be too long, just maintaining about 2 hours of focus per day is enough to accomplish the most important tasks. Therefore, energy management is a crucial skill for enabling you to perform at your best during crucial moments. The third point is understanding your attention. We often believe that a lack of sustained attention, being easily distracted, is a flaw. We tend to habitually blame ourselves when we lose focus. However, the author points out that attention spans are naturally limited, and the ability to concentrate for extended periods is actually a characteristic of the brain, a result of evolution. For primitive humans in the wilderness, being unable to remain vigilant and aware would have led to being preyed upon by other animals. Hence, allocating a portion of attention to the external environment is an inherent attribute of the brain, it's a self-preservation mechanism. Therefore, when you find yourself distracted, don't blame yourself, as it's entirely normal. You might argue that I need to maintain focus to complete tasks. The author offers 2 methods to deal with distraction. The first method is to deliberately allow yourself to become distracted. After focusing for a period, consciously engage in other activities to relax the brain, such as getting up and moving around, admiring the scenery outside, tidying up your desk, or listening to music. These tasks require minimal thinking and shouldn't involve tasks that require working memory, such as reading news, replying to emails, or creating presentations. Otherwise, you're not relaxing the brain but engaging in multitasking, which doesn't improve efficiency. Instead, it makes it harder for you to enter a working state. Engaging in simple tasks intermittently can increase your endurance. The second method is mindfulness of attention, letting your thoughts wander without trying to control them, but being more aware, knowing where your thoughts are going and consciously finding thoughts related to what you're currently doing. This might sound abstract. For example, if you're reading a book and your mind starts to wander after a while, filled with various distractions, pay attention to these thoughts. It's likely that one of these thoughts is related to a difficult task you're working on. This thought might be the source of creativity to solve that problem. Creativity arises from such combinations of fanciful thoughts. People who are overly focused typically lack creativity. Extraordinary individuals with exceptional creativity, like Einstein or Mozart, have characteristics of attention deficit, but they can use these traits to create great works. Therefore, distraction isn't entirely a bad thing, it's a fundamental mechanism for creativity. If you're familiar with meditation, you'll find that this method is similar to a meditative state. Many people think of meditation as sitting quietly and not thinking about anything, but that's not meditation, it's observing your own thoughts, which might seem quiet but is actually an activity of the brain. If you want to observe your own thoughts, it requires some practice. As long as you can step back and observe your thoughts, you can capture the inspiration that distraction brings you. Distraction isn't all bad. If your attention starts to waver, why not use this trait to your advantage? Instead of blaming yourself outright. The fourth point is controlling diet and exercise. The impact of exercise on cognitive abilities and work efficiency is self-evident. When the body is in good condition, thinking becomes clearer, and work becomes more efficient. However, many people find it challenging to maintain exercise routines due to unrealistic expectations. For those aiming to lose weight or build muscle, high-intensity exercise is necessary. But for maintaining physical health, mental clarity, and improving work efficiency, moderate exercise is more suitable, such as brisk walking or aerobic exercise. These exercises don't make you feel too tired, they just warm up your body slightly, making you feel comfortable. If every exercise session is overly strenuous, the body will develop resistance to exercise, especially without clear goals. For example, actors might lose their jobs due to physical appearance issues, but if there isn't a strong motivation for high-intensity training, giving up is inevitable. Therefore, moderate exercise is essential. It brings the body to its optimal state without competing for energy with the brain, greatly benefiting high-level work. Strategic eating is also crucial. Glucose is the brain's main energy source, but excessive sugar intake can lead to sluggishness. Consuming sugar may provide energy within 15 minutes, but beyond that, glucose levels quickly decline, making you feel drowsy and exhausted. Therefore, to maintain optimal brain function, it's important to keep blood sugar levels stable. This can be achieved by eating smaller, more frequent meals or avoiding excessive carbohydrate intake. For example, desserts, bread, fries, and fruit juices should be consumed sparingly. These details are often overlooked, but they are crucial in determining whether a person can perform at their best. Although the differences between individuals aren't significant, competitiveness comes from mastering the details. If you want to have key productive hours, moderate exercise and strategic eating are the keys to improving efficiency. The fifth and final point is making the environment work for you. The author categorizes environmental factors into two types: noise and light. In a noisy environment, it's challenging to maintain focus. Here, noise doesn't just refer to continuous background sounds like fans or traffic noise, but to intermittent and abrupt noises, the sudden passing of a train, low conversations among colleagues, or objects tipping over suddenly. These unexpected sounds greatly distract our attention. To avoid this situation, if you need to engage in creative work, it's best to find a quiet place where you can be alone. Don't rely on willpower to combat surrounding noise because attention naturally reacts to unexpected events, making it futile to resist noise. Choose a quiet place, concentrate on completing the most critical work, and segment other tasks. If you want to perform exceptionally well during a certain period, aiming for those crucial 2 hours, you need to avoid excessive exposure to noise beforehand. It's like clearing the cache for your brain, enabling it to perform at its best. Moreover, light also significantly affects brain efficiency. Research has found that exposure to blue-white light enhances vitality, logical analysis, and mental agility. Blue-white light is similar to the color of the sky on a clear day. For example, if you leave your curtains open while sleeping and wake up to bright sunlight, you'll naturally find it difficult to fall back asleep because our bodies react to this light. If you have trouble waking up in the morning, try opening your curtains earlier to let the sunlight wake you up. In your workspace, you can also use blue curtains or set your computer desktop background to blue. These small details can keep your brain active, demonstrating that bright blue-white light helps maintain a clear mind. Additionally, another phenomenon has been discovered: dim lighting is beneficial for creativity. In dim lighting, people feel relaxed and uninhibited, greatly enhancing creativity. So if you need to perform tasks requiring creativity, dim the lights or find a dimly lit corner. These can help you achieve results more quickly. While we may not always be able to change our surroundings, we can make the environment work for us by adjusting some key factors, such as controlling noise and adjusting lighting. These are simple actions often overlooked but are crucial for improving our work efficiency. In summary, the value of this book lies in drawing attention to those important yet easily overlooked details. That's all for this episode. If you found the content helpful, hit that subscribe button and stick around for more chats like this. I love seeing your comments. Catch you next time.